Did you know? Did you know that whenever you sauce on pasta, taste sauce pasta, this because sauce and taste pasta and sauce is how the pasta tastes when you sauce on pasta.
Uh, Welcome to Tired of Regular Stupid People podcast, episode 13.
14, fucker.
Look at episode 14. Tony, Hyunya, he said, season 4, huge.
What, are they on their third right now with the fucking Powerpuff Girls?
Dude, I don't fucking know. That game sucks.
They need to come with some fucking heat, because, like, holy shit.
I told you it was gonna die when it came back. I was like, that's gonna be the nail in the coffin is when they take a fucking 9 months off and come back and it's still shit. I'm just convinced at this point no game can compete with Smash. Like any game that tries just ends up failing.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, they
They
had...
find small communities, but they don't do like world stage good. Like not like Brawlhalla kind of stuck around for a while. And then there was that Nickelodeon one that tried.
All-Star Brawls, yeah.
Yeah, they did 2 of them. Yeah, I think Smash is like the creme de la creme of all like platform fighting games. They all try to like mimic that style and then fail.
Exactly. The side-scrolling platforms type shit. Not even side-scrolling, but, 2D.
Just a platformer, yeah. Fighting game.
Platformer, yeah, there we go. I was trying
Platform fighter.
What about fighter?
The term. I feel like I would know what you were talking about when you said it. So yeah, I'd let it pass. I'm not a stickler like that. What are you talking about?
You mean cameos?
You mean? Yeah, that was something, man. You have a unique way of like. I mean, it might just be me too, though. I think it's just us like clashing at the brain because I think things like. Not everyone thinks the same way as me, obviously. So when I'm thinking something, I understand that like someone might view what I'm saying differently from a different lens, and like they're not understanding what I'm saying, and they think of you said but like in the context of what I was saying, I thought it made sense. Your brain works in mysterious ways. That's what crack does when you're in the fetal, in the womb.
Okay, I'm not a crack baby. Come on.
Imagine.
You don't get a cute little nickname whenever you're full age.
Just call me a crackhead.
You just get kicked out of the 7-Eleven for no reason.
You live on the street. You smoke cigarettes you find in between the sidewalk cracks.
Yeah, you smoke cigarettes out of that trash can ashtray outside of gas stations.
Everyone like smear. You have to ask everyone you see for a light. Back in the day, me and my friend Louis, or Louis, whatever you want to call him, we just started sending each other this like I don't even know what you'd call it, like a riff, like improv, I guess, on like a redneck family.
Okay.
And I would say something, and then he'd just like kind of come back with something else. It was so fucking funny. Let me see if I can find it. I texted him July 14th, 2016 at 1:11 a.m. Awaken, arise, chug gin, defecate yesterday's Arby's, toily Arby's, more gin, masturbate in the dark and solitude, sleep, repeat, die, be forgotten. Think of it this way: if there was an afterlife, all of your grandmas would know the creepy shit you beat off to. No gods, no witnesses.
Fucking Xbox party, like, dude, just imagine. Every time you beat your dick, yes, your grandma sees.
July 14th, 2016 at 1:20 in the morning. By morning, she'll be dead anyway. She can't take those oxys with her. Suffocate your grandmother real quick. Get turned and get down to Arby's.
Just imagine in that dude's voice, like, we have the meats.
He said, about to go home from World War I, fam. I said, damn, dude, thanks for serving. Now you get free pancakes at IHOP once a year. Since you're now war-torn, you can get a pickup truck with 20 stickers saying you're a veteran. He said, and the stickers on my windshield saying PTSD God. Laughed my fucking ass off. Big-ass cross hanging from the center mirror. And the wife that you abuse every day sexually, mentally, and physically. He said, in a nasty-ass trailer park. I said, filled with mud and nasty little kids who have no shoes on. And he said they wear muscle shirts. I said that they always have a cigarette or some dip in their mouth, even at their wedding. I said, and they yell at their kids all the time. Billy, put that goddamn shovel down. Jimbo, say something for me while he's fucking his sister. He said their truck is missing a window and they put a plastic bag to cover it up. I said, there's no pedals. He said they're made out of wood, the Flintstones.
Yeah.
Their old TV antenna hooked up to the top of their truck, and they're in the gun club. They got their golden laminated fishing license. Nasty ass construction boots, dirty ass cargo shorts. Their older son has a tap out t-shirt with baggy ass jeans on and DC shoes. A custom flag they got on Etsy that says fuck Mexican. a rebel flag painted truck. His tires are bigger than his house. His wife only has one tooth. She has half a face from chemicals eating away at her skin. Texted him December 26, 2016 at 4:19 p.m. and said, I want to be more sleep than God during the Holocaust. Oh my God.
He was gone during that.
Yeah, where was he at? I texted him January 25th, 2017. You ever had a hot dog, nigga? What have you been up to, Zach?
Playing Call of Duty.
Oh, dude, for fucking one day. What have you been up to?
I finished Ozark.
You tried any food lately?
Good ass show. Food?
Yeah,
No,
have you tried anything different?
I'm pretty.
I'm trying to push him out of his shell, audience.
I haven't tried anything new late. Like, let me think here. Like, when was the last time I tried a new food?
I want you to try new foods. You gotta widen your horizons, dude.
The last time
What if you die? Just have only eaten chicken tender.
I've not only had tender.
There's a Vice, I think it's Vice anyway. It's some documentary I've seen, and it's like a dude who only has ever eaten mac and cheese. Like his entire life, he's only ever eaten like Kraft mac and cheese in a pot type shit.
He has like no vegetable. How is he still alive?
That's good. I'll send it to you, dude. He looks like shit.
What to say?
Yeah, he looks like a fat fucking. He's not really that fat actually. He's like kind of like you. No, I'm just kidding. But no, he's like got the like skinny fat look where it's like kind of thicker but not fat necessarily, like bigger. It's like a big dude. Fucking insane.
No, there's this one guy. I forgot his name, but his entire apartment was like you couldn't even see the ground, and he finally started cleaning out this shit.
Dude, come on.
And he was finding pots and shit
Come on, dude, seriously.
of mac and cheese with mold,
dude,
covering it,
dude.
Because it's like it's been sitting in his room.
Dude,
so it goes with mac and cheese.
Dude, I showed you that in confidence, dude. Come on.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to like air me out on the podcast.
I said some dude. You wouldn't even known. Like I've seen it. Like, it was like a thing on YouTube. That like you just had to stuff like that.
I told you that in confidence, dude. I showed you that in confidence. My mac and cheese collection was something I thought you would be impressed by. Now you're airing me out like I'm a loser.
If you have a pot full of molded mac and cheese, you're a fucking loser, dude. I'm sorry.
No, you're not. Nothing in this life truly makes you a loser. I'm a firm believer in that. I swear to God. I'm a very non-judgmental person. I think the most
my room and there was molded mac and cheese pots sitting everywhere.
I would think you were going through something or like depressed or like I was like, you good, man? Like you're usually cleanly. Why are you not picking up after you? Seem like you're in a funk or something. I would, because you're a pretty cleanly person, so I wouldn't assume like I would think something was wrong with you. I'd be like, is he good?
About to say like the worst kind of clutter like I have in my room.
I'm pretty good about stuff like that too, but
sitting there but like I like
my problem like nowadays, like having my own place, it's super clean. But like when I lived with my mom, like I never was even in my room half the time. I was never home. Like I'd either be at a friend's house, at my girlfriend's house, work. Like I barely was in my room. Like I'd only go in there to sleep on occasion if I wasn't at a friend's house or like my ex-girlfriend's or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was I did have cobwebs at one point. But I literally, my room was a relic. Like I didn't go in that bitch. The most I was in there was like to play Xbox here and there, but I didn't really get on like that back then. Not like I do now.
Oh,
I get
yeah.
on way more.
And even I remember like
And that's
every
because I cut off all of the people I talked to, and I only basically talked to you, my girlfriend, my kids, like my family, and I like instead of like going and hanging out with people, my like hobby is like I'll just play Xbox and chill now and shit like that.
like we were younger, like whenever like around like whenever we first met, like it would either like you get like smacked out with weed
All
and
the time.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
there
then
was a huge beginning there where
where for like hours and like, oh, I'm back.
yeah, no, there was a portion there when I was smoke, and I think it was K2. I don't think it was regular weed. I think it was spice, like spice
Oh,
weed.
okay, yeah.
I didn't know that at the time, but I've never gotten that type of high before, so I think it was like, yeah. And this was like beyond me smoking for the first time type shit. But when I smoked,
Too.
we'd be playing Siege. It'd be like me, you, Ari, Armando, Robert Mazza, shit like that, a little crew of people, maybe Anthony type shit. And we'd all be talking and shit, hanging out, and I'd be like, hold on, I like smoke. Literally just a bowl, one like bowl. I'd usually smoke out of a can at this time because this was like like my parents didn't know I smoked weed. I was like 16 years old. I'm like, I don't want to get caught doing this, so I didn't have like an actual glass pipe at this time. I just had a little like soda can. You'd put the two dents in it, poke a little fucking choke in it, and you're good to go.
I
And
know what you're talking
yeah,
about.
the infamous. Everyone knows if you smoked weed, you know what I'm talking
Infamous
about.
soda can
And
bowl.
even if you haven't smoked weed, you probably still know what I'm talking
Put the
about out
dots
there.
together.
Yeah, everyone knows what the fuck that is. I feel like it's such a like that's been around since your parents type shit. King. So I made the little soda can bong thing. I just take like a little pinch of weed, smack a bowl, bro. I would get so fucking cooked to the point where it was like I couldn't move. I'd just be sitting there like you guys just sounded like wah wah like Charlie Brown characters. Wah 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 wah. And I'm sitting there like, damn, what the fuck? Like, why do I feel like this? And and like I'd just be tripping. And then like it got to like I just feel good. Like it felt like I'd imagine how like people describe heroin, like a warm blanket being wrapped around you. You just want to like lay there and stare at something like, oh, that's how it felt, bro. That's why I feel like I was like that was some spice shit. That was not no regular ass weed, bro. And I would lay there on my little futon and like take my headset off and just drop my controller on the ground, lay there and just like fucking fall asleep or like watch YouTube while you guys were all on the party stuff. Didn't say a word to anybody about like, hey, I'm gonna take a minute and like just in the middle of a conversation, just inhale. All of a sudden, just where's James at? I don't know.
Automatically just like
I
dissociate.
remember you have. I think it was it's your video where it's like
The back.
freestyling or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And like literally at the end of it, you guys were like, "Where's James?" I wasn't there for any of the freestyling. I was gone the entire time. And like at the end, you hear, "Where's James at?"
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, "You were like, I think he fell asleep." Yeah, that was bad, dude. That was honestly loved that time though. Getting so fucked like that off of just like a hit of weed was so fire. No, I
Like a
just didn't
fucking
get on like
pistol
that back
beat
then
type
though.
shit.
The most I would get on was like here and there, but there was like a huge period where I didn't really get on Xbox that often.
Oh yeah. It was even a little while
Once I
for me
started
too.
getting on was basically when we started playing again. I seen you were
Yeah.
on. Once I started getting on, I was like, "Oh shit, what's up? I want someone to play with. I'm bored. Like I'm not trying to sit here and play
I
by
was
myself all day."
the same shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like got to a point where I had a fucking year gold subscription card like sitting there. I'm like, I have no reason to even activate this right now. Like I haven't been on Xbox in like a couple months. And like, like fuck it, I'll finally pop it. And then once I did, like, it's like not too long after that, that's whenever we started talking again, whatnot. It's like, okay, fuck yeah. Actually, cause like like my friends list type shit, like that feeling like you get on literally online zero, like, oh fuck.
Yeah. I still played with Ari a little bit during that time, but that's when we started like falling off. But I didn't have like a friend. I was like, man, this shit boring. And I was like, I wonder if I have anybody I used to play with online. And I was like, oh shit, Zach's on this bitch.
Like I was like sitting there, just like literally on the home screen, like just having it on, and all of a sudden just like seeing like Echo James invited you to a party. I'm like, whoa, holy shit! I haven't seen that pop up in a while. And the rest was history.
And that's how we started a podcast.
Oh no, dude, it's an even longer road from there. How we started one, bro.
Nah, we don't got to get into it though.
We gotta get into lore.
I don't want them to know.
Yeah, it's a mystery. It's
The first rule of improv is
never stop.
yes and.
Yes, and what?
Yes and.
Yes, and then
That's the first rule of improv. Yes and.
yeah, keep going. You keep saying yes, and
No, like if we're having a conversation, you agree with me, and then you add something to it.
yes, and
No, it's not actually the words yes and. It's just more of like right.
Something
So like
else.
if we're
Okay.
improving, right? Like we're talking about
Yeah.
me and you were in 9/11. Like I'm like, man, isn't 9/11 crazy? Like you would agree with that point to an extent and like add something to it, or you could disagree with me on something, but that you know what I mean.
Yeah, be a shame if they hit the other one.
There you go. Exactly. You know, that's such a stupid rule, but yeah, I heard about that. I was like, oh my god, the first rule of improv is yes and.
I'm forever ruined about improv. Every time like I think of it, I just see that TED scene.
9/11.
Like, Robin Williams and 9/11. You people are awful.
We're giving you the material, buddy.
Yeah.
Think they're gonna make a TED 3?
I feel like that's what these prequels are like.
No. No. I'm not because I knew that you were gonna say that. I had a feeling you were gonna bring up the show, not the TV show, like an actual like third movie. Mark Wahlberg, all adult. Yeah.
That. Yeah, I would like that.
I hope so, like a trilogy at least, and then have a show.
Yeah, like Ted had his kid, and I don't think. Yeah, he got that lawyer bitch. They didn't have it. Yeah, but Ted has a kid now. It'd be cool to kind of see like how that is.
Yeah, Ted as a father, and like Mark Wahlberg wanted, being a dad or something with that one girl.
It like chimes back to the show like where they're like gay dads like type shit like do that little
maybe that's why they did a show before the third movie. They kind of like cut to like all those moments. Yeah. It's like a reference now for them as kids.
Because that is technically Mark Wahlberg's kid. He was the sperm donor.
Right. Yeah.
Oh no,
getting to see them. What?
Didn't he have wasn't he shooting blanks or something? Or is that like by the end of the movie he's like, why didn't you just ask me? Oh no. He did it, and then whenever they went to go like start the process, it's like, wait, you're not a human, and then Tammy Lynn's eggs were fried. I think they ended up adopting.
I don't know. I feel like somehow you're getting that kind of switched around, but I do know what you're talking about. Yeah. Because I feel like they went to adopt, and that's when they got like you can't because you're not a human.
Yeah, because
and then Tammy they tried to do the like insemination thing, but her ovaries were cooked from drug use. And then he at some point he does ask Mark Wahlberg like or he doesn't ask him, but he's like, why didn't you just come to me? He's like, you would do that for me?
It's like, of course.
And then they try to steal Tom Brady's nut.
Yeah, that's before. That's like it's like, dude. It's like we can't do this.
Tom Brady's nut, dude. And that shit was funny as hell. It was like golden under the blanket, like Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. There's a fucking police code. Like, we got 2439. Someone's trying to steal Tom Brady's jizz.
Tom Brady's jizz again.
If you were to rob a celebrity's jizz to like have a kid.
Oh, that's a good question. That's a really good question. Wow. I'm surprised you were able to come up with something actually like,
Yeah.
Cool. Wow, man. Wow. I'm just kidding. Probably like Tom Cruise or like Johnny Depp. Someone like really famous and rich.
Yeah, RDJ, bro.
RDJ would be a good pick too, yeah.
Jack
Black. If you had to fight Vin Diesel, Dwayne Johnson, or John Cena, who would you fight? Who would you pick in that? Like you have to fight one of them to the death. John Cena, Jason Momoa, or Dwayne Johnson?
Oh god, Vin Diesel got knocked out. Holy shit, okay.
Yeah, he got knocked out. Jason Momoa, John Cena, And who else did I say? Dwayne Johnson. Thank you.
Oh, see, I
Dwayne
want to go.
Johnson, Jason Momoa, John Cena. That's it.
Yeah, I want to go with Jason Momoa because the other two,
He
they're
would
wrestlers.
fuck you up.
All three of them would, dude.
You have spears.
Spear.
Yeah, I
It's
have to add
fine.
that in.
Dude, The Rock is a roid head.
He
John
has you both
just-
have tridents.
Dude, Jason Momoa
If you
has
pick Jason
automatic-
Momoa, you have tridents.
Dude, he is an
That doesn't
automatic.
apply to every fight. That doesn't apply to every fight. Only Jason Momoa. Because they get their wrestling, so he has to have an advantage too, and his is a trident. And he's dressed as Aquaman.
What do I get? Do I get an outfit?
You get a stun gun.
Okay,
One
fuck
shot.
yeah. Fuck, okay.
With one shot, and it has like you can hold the trigger down if it hits for 30 seconds and tase them, and just like yeah.
I want to say The Rock.
And
In
a
that case,
dildo. You have a dildo too, 16-inch dildo.
Oh, I'm gonna tase
Black
him in
suction
the
cup.
idiom, bro.
Yo, no, bro, don't diddy Jason Momoa, bro. What the fuck? No lube, dog. Yo, you can't do that. He might shit himself with the tase, so it probably
there you go.
yeah,
There's
yeah, you could diddy. That's awful. What the fuck? You might win the fight there. If it didn't come down to death, I would rule that a win. I think if you diddied him, that'd be like, yeah, you lost, bro. John Cena can breathe fire.
Yeah, no, I don't want to deal with that. John Cena,
It's
and
like
he's
Bowser,
invisible.
it's
I
like
don't wanna fuck with
fireballs.
that. Yeah,
And he's invisible. Yeah, you can't see him.
Yeah, I don't
He's
want
an
to do
all
that.
camo.
Yeah, all camo.
It has nothing special about him. He's just Dwayne Johnson.
I'll fuck Jason, or not Jason, The Rock up for sure.
No, actually, he's in Gravedigger, the monster truck.
What's a stun?
And he's
gun
on meth. He's been on a meth binge for like 4 days.
Can he just what? No,
He hasn't
fuck.
slept in 4 days, and he's on high on meth.
I guess Jason Momoa is the way to go because all he has is a trident.
He can fly, and he has a trident. But he doesn't know how to fly. He can, but he doesn't know how.
Do I get any powers in these situations? And he was like,
You have
the
heat vision
John
and a
Cena's
stun gun.
dragon.
Actually,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
You have the shoes from Percy Jackson, the one with wings. You have those.
I get Namor feet, bro.
Yeah, but it's the first time you've ever worn them, and they're Osiris's, and the wings are really
Oh.
small, and then you have a sword.
Why am I getting nerfed so much compared to them? They're a fucking dragon. Fucking
John
The
Cena's
Rock
not a
is on
dragon. He's
meth
Bowser.
and-
He can only shoot fireballs, not fire.
okay. Well,
You can
nonetheless,
jump over them when they come at you.
no, dude.
And you look like Shrek in all 3 encounters. No matter who you pick, you're built like Shrek. You don't look like him, but you're built like him. Like you have the ears and shit, but it's pink. It's like your human skin.
God. What the fuck are all these layers?
And your dick is the size of an elevator button.
What does that have to do with anything? Out in the monster truck, Gravedigger to be specific. Jason Momoa can fly, and John Cena's Bowser.
Who would you pick? You have the Namor feet, like you said, like the Pegasus shoes, and then you have I'll give you Ash Williams' chainsaw hand for your left hand,
Okay.
and Mega Man's blaster on your right hand,
Okay.
and
Oh,
you're
yeah,
in Master Chief armor.
I do that. Oh yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Who would you pick?
Oh, John Cena or not John Cena? The Rock. I would
So
blow
now
his
let me
ass up.
explain to you how you're gonna lose. No, I'm just kidding.
Let me explain.
Wait, what did the Rock? The Rock has
Methed out
Rock-
in a
methed out and Gravedigger. So basically, he's just gonna run you over, and you're gonna die.
I'll
I mean,
Pull his truck up with the Mega Man launcher.
but Gravedigger doesn't. He can't die.
Gravedigger's invincible.
Yeah, Gravedigger has plot armor. He has to show up to
Fucking
Monster
pull his
Jam.
fucking methed out ass out of the truck, and then kill him.
But look, how would you do that?
Put the
'Cause
chainsaw.
you're not even. Because you're just like you're there, right? And he's in front of you in a fucking monster truck. And
Why are you
like you can fly with the shoes, but it's the first time you've ever worn them, so you don't know how. He's been driving Gravedigger in this universe for 65 years.
Oh, fuck.
So he's very experienced on this terrain.
Okay, well, I'll do Bowser. I'll kill him with a Mega Man.
Let me explain to you why you'd lose against Bowser. No, I'm just kidding.
what would you do? Fucking Kevin Hart, but he's like Gorilla Grodd type shit. You know?
That's racist. You have to change that. No, I'm kidding. You don't have to. I like it. Okay, so it's Kevin Hart, but he's Gorilla Grodd, like telekinetic, really
Yeah,
strength.
yeah,
He's a
giant-
gorilla, like but with like Kevin Hart's face.
Yeah,
Okay.
same voice. He's like a shorter one too because it's Kevin
Gorilla
Hart.
Grodd, the thing that in telekinetic is like the headwear, right? Like the thing he
No,
puts on.
it's him. It hits him itself. The headwear.
Okay,
amplifies
okay.
it.
Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I had to make sure.
Okay,
Okay.
and then The Rock, not The Rock.
Yeah.
Jack Black, but he's the like built like the Blob type shit. And Lizzo, but she's like the Boulder from Indiana Jones, but it always homes in on you.
Holy shit! What the fuck? No, not the Lizzo boulder. No, that's OP. What the fuck? Lizzo boulder is crazy. I'm
So, like-
picturing like a big ass boulder with her face on it, and it's just like
Yeah.
rolling.
It's like you ever see the Tim Burton Charlie in the Factory?
Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, yeah, yeah.
Charlie-
Willy Wonka. Johnny
Yeah.
Depp.
It's like whenever Violet turns into the giant ball, but it's like
Okay, okay.
yeah, like the head is like
Alright,
swell.
so it's either Kevin Hart Gorilla Grodd, Jack Black Blob, or Lizzo Boulder.
Yeah. And
What
then-
do I have?
Man, so the Kevin Hart Grodd is like like shorter because like he's Kevin Hart. The
Yeah.
Blob,
He's a little chimp Grodd.
anything you hit like against him, it'll just like kind of like bounce. I don't even know how you I guess like it's like brute strength force. And then Lizzo would be like shit. I don't even know how you would do that one. You're just kind of fucked with the Lizzo situation, I guess.
Okay, what do I have though?
Will.
That's it? I give you fucking cool shit.
You get you can take.
I got it. I'm not even need powers.
You know what
Can
I
I
mean?
just have an item of choice?
Depending.
It's a fire extinguisher.
I'm curious. Explain.
Can I have it?
Wait, what?
In the movie The Blob that you're referencing Jack Black being modeled after, that's how they defeat him is with liquid nitrogen
Blob.
using a fire extinguisher. It can't stand cold.
Marvel Blob.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the movie The Blob. Like
No,
the fucking mess
the
of
fat one.
purple goo.
Yeah, no.
Okay,
that
the
one, dude.
Marvel Blob. Gotcha. Okay, give me my powers back then. I thought we were talking about a fucking goo alien thing. I was like, I'm fighting that bitch with liquid nitrogen. I'm winning easy. If you just gave me like a fucking shotgun, I could just kill Blob by shooting him in the face.
No,
like
it,
he's
it would literally bounce.
he's not bulletproof.
It would bounce.
He's bulletproof.
I'd say so.
What? Are you talking about Juggernaut or are you talking about the Blob? The Blob is just a fat dude. What do I get?
I want it you get like a power fist from Fallout 4, and
Give me something traversal, because I gave you the shoes.
you get a Segway.
What the fuck?
No. Surfboard thing that Static Shock has.
Okay.
Durability of the Flash. So you can get hurt like a normal human, but it heals kind of fast. I don't
I'm
wanna say
fucking
too-
killing Gorilla Grodd Kevin Hart. Just power
Yeah.
fisting that nigga.
What
OP
if
as
he-
hell.
Telekinetics yourself. It makes
He's
it
not.
he's gonna shit yourself.
He can't do that.
He just forces you to empty all. It's like that one.
I would start reciting his stand-up jokes, and he would be laughing at it, and then I'd power fist him on top of his forehead, because he is, at the end of the day, Kevin Hart.
Sure, just scan this bitch's pussy for you.
I'd fuck him up, dude. Kevin Hart, Gorilla Grodd, any day of the week. The other two are too OP. The Blob, I'd have to have some X-Men level team shit. Fucking Lizzo Boulder. You can't kill a boulder.
You could crack it with the power fist.
You said nothing would damage it.
No, it's a giant rock. It's like,
You
like
said nothing could hurt it. You said,
well,
"What? There's really nothing you could do about that." So I was like, "Oh, okay. I guess there's nothing I
look,
can
I
do
didn't know
about
I was
that."
giving you.
I thought
Yeah,
you were genuinely saying like the damage of it. Like, yeah, you
yeah,
can't really fucking do shit to it.
she's made out of
I
fucking
mean, if
adamantium.
Lizzo Boulder, then I'm power fisting that bitch. Yeah, I'm flying on my surfboard, grinding on that wood, and then I'm gonna fucking power fist that bitch. Ah! And I'm breaking her fucking boulder. Crack. Because you said she's always moving towards me. So two objects moving at each other, bro, meeting the power fist, bro. Yeah, bro, she's cracked. Done. Let's do GTA 6 predictions. So obviously, in GTA 5, rather not even GTA 5. So in Red Dead 2, we've talked about this off camera, but you have a horse, and the horse is your, your personal transport. You have a bond built with this horse over time. You maintain the horse, you feed it, you clean it. You can buy new saddles for it. You can get new hairstyles for your horse. It's basically that's like the other part of your character, right?
Mhm.
Um, Store guns on it, all that shit.
I think
So
on this.
yeah, so do you think, and it's not do you want this, it's do you think logically your prediction on it, do you think it'll be in the game? Well, in GTA 6, do you think that'll be the same way that that is with the horses with cars in the game? Or, you can have a personal, multiple vehicles, like if you're to that level, but like having a car that's kind of like whatever one you're using, that's your thing, you know?
So yeah, I would really like to see that. I talked about it before, but like yeah, like the whole aspect of like like we were saying, like you not being able to have your entire weapon wheel at disposal, and then instead of having to go to run to a gun shop or like an undermarket fucking whatever, you would instead just go to your car, and you might not even have all of them stored in there. It might be some shit like, oh, you have to like only can have like a handful of things in your trunk before it's filled up, and then you have to go to like your safe house or whatever and like swap out those, like you throw those in there back instead. I would probably end up seeing it being
Man,
along the
dude,
lines of like,
imagine like
yeah,
storing body armor in your trunk and like you pop your trunk and you can actually like put the body armor on, seeing your character like do an
exactly.
animation and like pull it over his clothes.
That'd be so fucking badass.
So
Like the fact of like you said, like like you take your car through the car wash. You got to get your oil changed. You got to put gas in it. You got to
maybe
fuck.
not oil. I never said oil, but like oil would be
Yeah,
another step to it. Yeah. Honestly, that would
like
be
in the
fucking
sense
dope.
of like your horse, like you
Your
gotta
tires get worn out and shit. Yeah, that would be sick as
yeah,
fuck.
clean through the tread. Fucking if there's a dent in it, obviously get it repaired. Fucking get new like more armor, get more space. Maybe if you convert your car more into a supercar, it'll take away more space you could use because like the inside of your car is stripped out to fit more components to the engine and whatnot instead.
What do you think though? Do you think they will or like
I I don't know. I don't think like with the fact of them doing away with the weapon wheel. I really think so. But if they keep the weapon wheel, which I don't think they are, I have no idea what they would replace, and it would be kind of annoying to have to like go
yeah,
to
we've
a
seen a new weapon wheel in the
swap
leaks where
out
it's like you can
too.
only hold a small
Yeah,
arm and then like something on your back and yeah, so it's a lot like Red Dead's.
yeah. Imagine how annoying it will be to like every time you want to up and
I hope the car is definitely treated as
exactly.
yeah. It has to be.
Do you think I hope that they come back with the special abilities for the characters, and if they do, what do you want to see them being for
Ooh.
Jason? You see it,
Um
like Michael has the bullet time, Max Payne, Franklin has his driving, Trevor has his rage.
yeah, that's a good question. I from the leaks, at least I don't know if it's a special ability, but they shown off like you can see the like valuable items turn gold when you're in this like certain vision. It's kind of like a Deadeye mode.
Yeah, but see, I feel like that's gonna be more of like a like an eagle
I
type shit. You just see the valuables
I
and like
think that
you
is
can
Jason's
interact with.
thing because we only see him do it, and I feel like that would make sense if it was like his ability, but it could definitely be just like a sense thing. But that'd be
Yeah.
the first time they had that as well, like a
Six.
sense mode
Oh yeah.
for a characters, just to like. I'm not entirely sure though, but I do think that they will bring them back. I don't know what they're gonna be necessarily. I kind of don't want them to because I feel like it was kind of a weird gimmick in the first place where
It makes it
it
a
it
takes away from the realism.
it just makes it yeah, it makes it more like arcadey video gamey shit where it's like he's now impenetrable from damage and can go rage mode and shit like that. Like it's cool, but it's I wouldn't mind if they just focused on making it more realistic. Honestly, that's where I'm at with GTA. There's a lot of people out there who disagree with me and like don't want it to be too realistic because apparently a lot of people didn't like Red Dead because it was too slow. But
Well, there's not going to be any world where a GTA game is going to be the pace of RDR2. It's just because of the horses versus cars. Like,
oh, I think you're underestimating like a realistic setting though, honestly. I really do. I think if you're talking like what we're talking about with like weighted car mechanics where the driving's a little bit slower and more weighted and you're being forced to fill up your gas tank and like the city is huge and there's a lot of interaction. It could have a
still
lot slower
like
pace.
it's like
It could
100
only
miles
be so
an hour
slow in a
thing.
fucking car though, yeah.
Yeah,
It could only get it's not going to be the same speed as Red Dead. Red Dead is always going to be slower because of the time period, but I think that just the level that they're trying to do or like at least we've seen and like we think they're going to do a lot of people don't want them to head into the Red Dead Redemption, or they don't want that direction for the game. They want more of a GTA 5 direction, and that's weird to me because it's like that's not them evolving. Like they need
I
to
completely
progress.
agree with the fact that I wouldn't mind whatsoever if GTA 6's map was so big to the fact of like you feel like going max speed in a fucking supercar, you still feel like, damn, I have made like zero ground to that next destination. Like, it feels like you're actually moving through a giant ass fucking state rather than like a little like
Yeah,
close.
and that's why I'm like I hate to keep harking on it, but like that's the obsession with the gasoline system. I know it's such a little tiny fucking thing, but
But
people
it's a
don't understand that if you have that in the game, it will force you like you set a waypoint to the like a place on the map you want to go to. If you're driving to that shit and you're not like cutting the roads and shit, like it'll force you to kind of take like, oh, I gotta stop. I didn't want to, but I'm gonna stop. You stop, and now there's interaction options with a bunch of shit. There's characters there, there's things you can buy. You know what I'm saying? There's scenery, animals, shit like that. Like, why the fuck? Like, that's cool as hell. And then you're like, oh shit, I've been playing this for 20 minutes. I ain't even at the area I'm at, and I did all this other shit, like just playing around, like talking to
exactly.
people at a gas
Yeah.
station and fucking with this bum. And I bought a lottery ticket and won $100. I've only paid 10 for it. Fucking, this is cool. Like
Yeah,
I
and like
fucked
you can
around and kept
uh,
buying snacks, and now my character's chubby. This shit's fire. I love this game. It's like
there's
I,
like
you know,
where it can like you can either like look at the speedometer or like it'll like show you like in a little meter like it will like equivalent like like whenever you set a waypoint in GTA 5 it will be like, oh, you're 5.71 miles away from your destination, like, oh, I only have 56 or like however many miles of gas,
right?
like better be like it, calculate it with the GPS, all that. It would give more depth and thought to like how you traverse.
Do you think they're gonna have electric self-driving cars
I low key like it would
like
be cool.
Teslas,
And
like a
again, at
mimic
the
of
same time,
Teslas?
I would like to see it. Like just like maybe like in the sense of like electric cars itself. I don't know about the auto driving, but I wouldn't be
Well, that's
against
such a big
what's
gimmick of
there.
the Tesla is like you can
Yeah.
turn on auto drive, and imagine if like that's a thing where you can turn that on and like it'll just drive to your waypoint.
Oh yeah, that would be fucking badass.
I don't know if they're gonna do that either, but it would be very cool. I'm assuming they'll do something to make fun of electric cars or throw it in the game because they are a lot bigger nowadays.
We have a couple Tesla
like actual,
knockoffs
you know
and
what I mean? Like yeah, a little bit more detailed. Like it feels like an electric car. That's why I want gas. Imagine being able to charge your car.
oh yeah, that'd be fucking awesome.
That'd be
Uh,
sick.
what's it called? They already have the brand made out for and everything. It's the
Yeah,
Volts. Like,
coil.
yeah, coil. That's what it is. I was saying fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it's like coil made new cars. Now it's auto drive. Uh, fucking Jay Norris. It's like some kind of equivalent like that. Like obviously Jay Norris is supposed to be Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the idea of like not necessarily like Los Santos, but like you like let's say for example, like we get an option to fly to Liberty City, like all of that type shit. Like, would you like to see that, or would you just want to see a sole focus on Vice City and then its surrounding islands?
If anything, like I don't. Okay, yeah, because I don't want them to add it, and it's not to sound shitty and like anti-gamer, like 'cause everyone wants that, but at the same time, like logically thinking about it, if they were to add a city like Liberty City or Los Santos, something like that, obviously probably Liberty City because we just had Los Santos for a decade. Um, it would be cool, but at the same time, I think it would kind of take a lot of focus away from southern Florida, and because they're doing the entire southern part of Florida, damn near the entire state of Florida, and like that alone is so big that like if they try to do any like oh let's also throw New York in there, it would fuck up a lot of the because there's no way they could do both. But if let's assume they could in a hypothetical
Down
situation
like shit, like like
down the
one's
road,
play with
I
it.
don't
What?
necessarily want it to be like this is now a part of the map, but I would love if somehow, some way, Liberty City is thrown into the story mode is like into a North Yankton, Guarma section where it's like a closed environment. It's you can go around at least this one borough of New York and explore, and like it's a it's a part of the story. It's a flashback sequence, whatever the fuck it may be. Getting to see what Liberty City looks like now in the GTA universe in 2024, 2025, whenever the game is going to be set in. I would love that. But I don't know about I mean for the online shit, yeah, that'd be cool, but story mode wise, it wouldn't make sense like the
That's more of what I meant, like along the online aspect of it, like down the line, like extra
online it
thrown
would
in.
be pretty cool, I guess. Yeah, I wouldn't be against anything like that online. I mean, if you're giving us more maps, that's pretty cool for sure, for sure. I'm not a big online guy, so I'm not gonna care whatever they do with it. If they want to throw another piece of map on there, that'd be pretty fucking sweet, to be honest. But story mode, I like when they kind of just leave it alone. Like I like that they didn't tamper with the GTA 5 story mode like that. It still has like this is a time capsule of 2013 culture.
Oh
Like the
yeah.
music on the radio is handpicked of like the like music from 2013 that was popular. Same with GTA 4. It's a very specific vibe. These are time capsules of an era, like a time period. They're timepieces set in a city in America. And like GTA 6 will feel like Florida modern day and like 10, 20, 30 years from now or whatever. How we are with GTA 5. We'll look back on it and be like, "Holy shit, look at all these songs that were popular. Or look at this like the
Yeah.
jokes and shit, like the certain things." Yeah, I see. I like story
Moment.
mode to be untouched for the most part. But if they want to fuck around with online, 100% I'm with you on that. Add Liberty City, add Los Santos, all that shit.
Okay, fuck yeah.
And like, yeah, whether it's like a plane or something, you go to the airport and you can pay in like a ticket and
That's
travel
what
there.
I'm
That'd be pretty
picturing.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, you like actually like fly to it. It's not like all of a sudden like
I mean,
stitched.
imagine if like you were like it's like, hey, you could pay, go to an airport and fly there, or if you really want to, it's like you can buy a plane and you and your friend can fly there, but it takes a long fucking time to get there. So it's like
Fuck, I'd
easier
be
just to
down.
pay. That'd be so cool, bro. Like when you
Fucking-
fly a certain distance, the game starts to render in the other map because it knows like if you fly
Mhm.
this far out, you're wanting to fly to a different part of the map.
It like renders out like it's like a hidden loading screen. Like you just
Hmm.
see water for a minute and all of a sudden the next city starts to fade in
Well, they
slowly. Oh,
patented that for
yeah.
GTA 6.
Oh, really?
The technology, yeah, if you look it up, it's seamless like servers. So like you could be in one part of the city or like one part of the map would technically be a different server, but
Mm.
you're all in one big server. It's weird. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So like you could go to one part of the map and you'd be driving and then you'd be put into like a different server and there'd be different players in there, but there was no loading screen or transition. So I'm wondering what that's going to be used for as far as like maybe it's what you're talking about where you're in New York and I'm in fucking Miami, but technically we're in the same server. You're just in a server full of the people in New York. I'm in a server with the people from Miami. Here's my question.
Yeah.
Do you think since the game is set in Florida, and not only that, but they're trying to flex their muscles with their technology and their patents and all of that shit they've been putting out, do you think there'll be tropical storms? You know, big rain, fucking
I
crazy ass like thunderstorms, maybe little hurricanes, stuff like that, tornadoes.
I would fucking shit if they did that. I would love that so much.
And I'm
Like,
not asking for crazy like destruction or nothing like that, but I'm just saying like, cars getting kind of pulled around, shit getting maybe some stuff getting knocked over a little bit,
I
enough
was
to
like,
make it feel immersive.
I was about to say, yeah, like like the palm trees bending more, whatnot. The week, you can like feel like the weight of the wind in a way.
Yeah, you see like those trucks
Characters
come
kind of
out.
like like getting like pushed, like whenever you're like trying to like walk in a straight line, he's kind of like, like like pushing away from the wind on the left side. You can tell like he's like kind of like bending a certain
Power going
way,
out in certain parts of
yeah.
the streets, and
Oh,
like those like storm
power
trucks that like the big
down.
ones with the buckets and shit, the white ones.
Yeah, lined up in a field and whatnot.
Yeah, that'd be cool as hell.
Yeah.
Those driving around, fucking like an electric pole knocked over or something,
But that'd
sparking.
be
That'd be kind of
badass. Like,
cool.
imagine like a fucking like trailer park or some shit, and like it does get ripped the fuck up. Like being able to see like a straight up trailer getting lifted up in the air. Like what the fuck?
I'm in it.
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh, dude, imagine the fucking that'd be so fucking badass. Get like, oh, like that'd be like the whole like launch glitch type shit. Like, oh, like let's get in a trailer before this fucking hurricane starts get fucking thrown around. Like, let's see how long we can survive.
We're
That'd
getting in
be
a
so
car,
fucking
dude. Fucking
badass.
whoo.
Oh, dude, storm chasing that shit. The fucking
Driving inside of a
winters.
tornado.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
They have to add storms, man. That would be so cool.
it's a Florida staple.
Yeah, like rain and shit, I feel like duh, but like storms. What about seasons? I feel like that goes hand in hand. Like like snow,
Yo, I don't know.
fall, summer. Do you think
Florida
there'll be like not snow as much as like, but like, seasons?
autumn and whatnot. I'd like to see that,
Yeah. Well,
especially
I was just trying to like make sure you know what I'm saying by seasons. Yeah, like actual like seasonal changes. Yeah.
I would like to be able to see that, like yeah, like especially since like how they kind of like teased it in GTA 5 online with like at least doing winter. It would be cool for them to start to like, eh, especially in story, not necessarily like on our actual timeline, but like let's say for example, like the events of the GTA 6 story take over a quote unquote year in their timeline, and you do like see those seasons like oh like like the leaves in the palm trees are all like brown, and or like if you see actual trees it's all red, yellow, orange, and then even winter would probably be the leaves falling off, but it would still be like I don't know about leaves falling off
I
actually.
hope they do that though. Adding the
Oh
seasons
yeah,
would make that shit feel so cool.
I'd be there for that.
But I don't know if they will either. It's like a big thing, but they could. Shit.
Bro, them fucking the one thing I do want to see for sure is like that construction building in GTA 5, but it actually over time gets slowly built up.
Yeah, they
Kind
flexed that a little bit in Red Dead 2, so I hope they do it in this one.
yeah, I remember that building right outside of Valentine that slowly gets built up over time of the story.
Yeah, there's like that. There's railroad. There's people building houses and shit. Like, there's a lot of little like things like that where you can like, kind of watch the progress be made over time. I
I
hope
feel
it's
like
that plus like 30.
I'm surprised they never ended up doing something. I get like it was like an iconic location of the map, but like it would have been badass, like down the line of GTA Online, like how they added in the casino or something. Like, oh, this construction building is finally built.
In this game, GTA 6 story mode campaign, none of like the main characters, like the two protagonists, neither of them have a voice line where they just say, "It's hot as fuck." I will dead ass. I guarantee you that's in the game. There's everyone who's ever lived in Florida always has said that at some point. Like it's hot as fuck out here. I guarantee you there will be a like when you're just walking around type shit, one of them will just like say that. I
He's like,
feel
I
it in my heart.
got.
Yeah, I feel it. Swamp ass will also be mentioned. I have a feeling.
It's like I got that swamp ass for real today.
Oh,
Do you think that we're gonna hear any like slang, like like bussin' for
Jit.
real, like
I think we're gonna hear
any
Jit and like Florida shit
shit?
like that. What up,
Yeah.
Jit? Oh, you bugging? Shit like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, the Muddin boys, bro. Ski.
Oh yeah.
Fuck
Yee yee.
yeah. The fucking you think you can be able to squat trucks?
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude, we gotta fucking get a
That's the
fucking.
biggest thing I'm excited for, I think, is like the little legends and like mysteries around the map you can get into.
Oh yeah, the strangers and freaks aspect of it all as well.
I feel like they're gonna have like the what is it, the skunk ape or whatever.
Man, bear, pig.
No, skunk ape is like Florida's Bigfoot. Imagine that thing crawling around in the woods when you're hunting.
Bro, I'll raise you one. They gotta add Florida man.
Florida man. I've seen a couple Florida mans in the trailer.
Yeah, the fucking Leonida man, bro.
Yeah, I hope there's a lot of mysteries and like the waters. I'm excited for the water portion. You think it's gonna be like a lot of different like fish, sharks,
See,
dolphins, turtles.
I guarantee that they're gonna snap with the aquatic because they already went rather crazy and already. Do you think they'll be fishing?
Oh, of course.
Oh yeah, I'm ready to see that one.
Yeah, I definitely think they'll be fishing. It'll be cool too because it's like you're fishing in the ocean. You can take a boat out in the ocean and go fishing, catch like big ass marlins and shit.
Ooh, bro. Do you think they'll have a version of the Daytona 500?
I hope so. I hope there is some form of like NASCAR racing. That would be very badass. I'm just
Badass.
excited to walk up to some rednecks having a cookout and just kill the entire family.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's gonna be so many cookouts, you know? Like that's a Florida thing
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Like a fire pit or whatever, bonfire.
Yes, fire, yeah.
I feel like in Los Angeles, California, that's not really a thing 'cause it's so city.
Oh, no, it's so dry out there too.
Yeah, we're gonna see so much shit like that in this game. It's gonna be awesome, dude. I'm excited for Fairyland or whatever they end up calling it, like the
Yeah,
Disneyland parody. That's gonna be so
Yeah.
badass. Are
like
they
you
gonna
said,
let us pre-order it? They did that with Red Dead, right? They let you pre-order it, the second one?
yeah, they put it up for pre-orders.
Okay, yeah, I couldn't remember. I didn't get it pre-ordered. I had to go get it on disc.
Definitely getting that on pre-order. It's the day of, dude. It's gonna be fucking pre-order. The most craziest edition of it. We're getting
They're
all
probably making like $1 billion day one
Mm-hmm.
of pre-orders.
It's about to be like fucking money printers, dude. Thank you guys for watching episode 14 of Torspp. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.
All right, chop. Chop, chop, chop.